right. Bringing us up, and we are back.
You're here.
On a Friday.
Going up on a Friday, huh?
Going up on a Friday. The
All
Friday morning podcast.
That's what I like to hear.
Yeah. Sorry.
I don't know what that was about. I don't know what that was about.
I was practicing my my radio voice.
Oh, okay.
Hey. Talk real low. Anyway, okay. I'm sorry, I'm messing around too much.
Yeah, you are.
Hey, everybody. Welcome back to the On The Go podcast. The On The Go show, as some call it. We're here. It's a Friday edition. The Friday after our Halloween special.
Yep.
Hope everyone had a great Halloween.
I hope so, too.
Yeah, right? What if somebody was like, I hope everybody had a terrible Halloween?
That'd be pretty bad.
Yeah? What if the anti-podcast, where they were just like, I hope you had a horrible day.
I don't think you can have a horrible day on Halloween.
No, so. You shouldn't be able to. Well, depends on if you like Halloween or not.
True. That is true.
But anyway, folks, we are here. We are back. How's your week, James? How's it been?
It's been going good, man. I've been having fun. A lot of parties. Yeah,
a lot of Halloween stuff.
Yeah, a lot more parties than I've ever went to.
Yeah, you were telling me.
On Halloween, I rarely ever go to parties.
Right.
You know, I don't go to parties at all because I don't really like functions like that.
Yeah.
But this in particular, I've been going party, and I've been getting drunk. So, like I say, I'm doing this podcast. I'm the best way I possibly can right now.
It's dangerous, sir.
It's been very dangerous. I'm telling you, man. Do you like parties? Like Halloween parties and stuff?
Yeah, I do. I don't know if I'm like too big of a party guy.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I like get-togethers, but
because you're definitely not antisocial. We know that much.
Yeah, no, I'm not really antisocial, but I don't know. It depends on the group of people that are at the party, or like
that's true.
How many people? I don't know. There's just always like an unknown.
Yeah.
With Halloween, or not Halloween parties, but just parties
in general.
Yeah, and so that always kind of like gives me like a certain level of anxiety.
Yeah.
Or the fact, or like sometimes like if I'm the driver, well, I can't really.
Yeah, you can't really enjoy yourself.
Yeah, I mean I can, but I can't really get loose like that.
No, you can't really get loose because you got to drive everyone home.
Yeah, or maybe I'm worried about how certain people are going to be.
Yep.
When they drink too much. Yep. Or how certain people are going to interact with other people.
And that's exactly how I am. Sometimes I'm like, I wonder how. That's why I was like. Do I need to apologize to anybody? Did I do anything wrong? But everyone says like, no, Jay, you're fine. You were just being you, just being funny.
Do I need to apologize?
So yeah, man, the same old.
Well, that's good. That's good. My week's been pretty good too. New Spider-Man came out. So I'm gonna talk about that later. I got a lot of thoughts on that.
How far have you gotten in it? If your mom, just a quick little.
Well, I want to say I'm about halfway through. It's been
really?
out. It's been out for a little bit at this moment, but like I only play it when Khadija's home.
Yeah.
Because I really enjoy playing it while she's watching.
Because she's watching you.
But yeah, well, I mean, she likes it because it's like they're very cinematic games.
They are.
They're very.
I watch it on YouTube all the time.
Yeah, very cinematic. So she enjoys the story, but also I like her commentary on what's happening, and I'll get into more of that later.
Okay, cool.
But it's a fun time just having her watch me and react to me playing the game.
I bet. I think I have a clue where you're headed with that.
Yeah,
so, yeah.
Probably so.
Yeah. I can't wait to get into that.
Yeah.
It was a lady that was on TikTok, and it wasn't really a big story to me until I first heard it. And I was like, I really want to talk about this. So this lady went on a date. This guy took a lady on a date. And it was a Cheesecake Factory. Yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory. I love Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
I don't think that's a bad place to take a date either.
No, it's higher on the scale.
It's higher on the
scale. It's high end, but it's definitely like...
It's not like Applebee's.
Yeah.
It's not like Applebee's or Chili's.
Yeah.
Like, this is like a legit place.
Or even Olive Garden these days.
Yeah, I love Olive Garden. Which... Don't worry, we're going to get to that because somebody said they love Olive Garden. Oh. So the lady didn't want to get out the car, and it went viral on TikTok. It went viral, and it's been killing it all week.
I know the video.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you see it?
I
never saw the video.
I have seen the
video. I
video.
just heard the audio.
Yeah.
So apparently this lady was promoting like a YouTube page.
Mm-hmm.
So, a podcast page.
Yeah.
And all this was all scripted.
Of course.
Yeah. And she just said a whole bunch of stuff without saying anything.
Mm-hmm.
But she sparked up this huge national debate now.
Mm-hmm.
And now it puts even more women and more men against each other, which I hate, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, I hate that because I just think this you get nowhere with that.
Well, especially in the days after the Andrew Tate explosion.
Exactly. So it puts you even more in square hairs. Like, oh, see, this is all women. All women feel this way.
Yeah.
Which is not true.
No.
So this group of women on Facebook decided to make a page and show all the places that you would not take a date to.
Right.
So I'm going to give you some of these places and see what you're thinking. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
All right. Places not to take a date on take a woman on the first date. Cheesecake Factory. That's number 1. Applebee's number 2. Number 3 is Chili's. Number 4 is Chipotle. Yeah. Number 5 is Olive Garden. Number 6 is movies. And I'm
number
stopping.
6 is movies.
Yeah, and I'm
just
stopping.
Movies?
No, give me a second because we're gonna kind of break some of these down.
Yeah.
So then after that one is Your House is number 7. So let's stop there.
Okay.
Applebee's, and we already talked about Cheesecake Factory. There's nothing wrong with Cheesecake Factory.
Right.
Applebee's, I get. I would never take a date to Applebee's.
Right.
Unless you live in the Midwest.
Right.
Because when I lived in the Midwest, Applebee's and Chili's were like the cornerstones. Yeah, that's all. That's all they really have.
Yeah.
That's about as upscale you can get.
Right.
You know, that's not like Morton's. It's not like what you call it,
Benihana's
or Del Frisco's. So that's about as upscale as you could possibly get. So out there in the Midwest, they're gonna go on dates out there. Yeah. For us, if you live in the city, that's a no go.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't do that just for my sake, because I don't even like Applebee's like that or Chili's.
Right.
Now, some women they're like, oh, I don't care where you take me to, which is nice. You know, more. I want to say that there are more reasonable women than there are women that say, like, I don't want to go here.
Of course.
Like, I've been talking to a lot of women, and like, that's not true.
No.
I'll go to any of these places.
Yeah. The thing about these like social media influencer type people, or just like like social media people in general, is it's always best to remember that most of the stuff they talk about or do is probably scripted.
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
At the end of the day, like that's on some level they're playing a character, if not a little bit, or 100% they're a character.
Yeah.
That's how I look at it. I don't know. When I see social media posts and someone's always trying to stir the pot with something, I'm always just like, all right, you're doing a bit and you're getting reaction.
Pretty much.
You know, and I think it's important for people to remember that because I think our suspense of disbelief has gotten so low in the days of like TikTok Reels, and Instagram Reels and all that stuff. When you get these little snippets of like inside people's lives, but I mean, you don't really know if that's how they actually live or not, right? Like
it's not, and it's not really worth getting in a tizzy over.
Right.
Only reason why I brought this up because I feel like it was a cool topic to talk about.
Yeah.
And I want to finish out the rest of it.
No, you're good. I just wanted to like.
No, you're right. But you know, that's the only reason why I brought this up, because it sparked like a national debate, like on internet. Yeah. Everybody's talking about this. Yeah. It's more cultural more than anything. Yeah. It's not like you don't hear like a lot of white people talking about it or a lot of Hispanic people. It's more cultural. Yeah. So Olive Garden, I don't like Olive Garden. I've been on the record with that. Do you like Olive Garden?
I've enjoyed Olive Garden a time or two.
Would you take a did you to Olive Garden?
We have. There's one down the road.
You're a reasonable person. But did you ever what did you take her on your first date?
Our first date was we met up and we watched It Chapter 2. And then we went home. After work. We both met up after work and watched a 3-hour movie. We talked a little bit, but like, you know, there was a movie.
And that's why the movies is on here too, by the way.
So we watched the movie and then like we went to AMC that's downtown. It's like AMC 8.
AMC 8, yeah.
Very bizarre experience, first of all, because like we went there, we went in the movie, we came out, ghost town. Yeah. Total ghost town. We're like, all right.
It's always like that.
Yeah. And Keidra had found a phone in the bathroom and she was looking for like an employee to give it to. Employees are gone. There's nobody around. So she just like left it on the little podium thing. And then, you know, when we left, like, oh, I had a great time, blah, 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 blah. And she's like, okay, well, you can text me. And I was like, I'll probably never talk to this person again because we just went to this movie date. But no, I mean, I think she texted me that she had made it home that night, and then we continued. So.
Okay, so with that, reason why I get why movies is on here is because you can't conversate.
Well, normally it's like dinner and a movie.
It's dinner and a movie.
Right, yeah. It's just when we had planned the date, it's just like neither one of us had time after. It's a 3-hour movie.
True.
Right? Yeah. So 5 p.m. or like a 6 o'clock movie, that's your whole night.
Yeah, that's your whole night.
You
Your
know?
whole night's gone after
And at the time, she was driving from like Humble.
Whew, my goodness.
You know, like 6 o'clock getting off of work and all that stuff. So it was like there wasn't time for dinner.
Yeah.
So that was like our first date. But our first official date was the day after Imelda hit.
Right.
Right.
I got you.
We met up at Mod. That was like in the Heights.
Mm-hmm.
We met up at Mod Pizza. We got a pizza, and then we walked around that little shopping center there. We went to like Target and PetSmart, and our first couple of dates were just like very small dates.
That's usually how dates usually go.
Yeah.
I don't know what this little thing is now where you meet up at a fancy restaurant.
Yeah.
And you eat these expensive meals.
Right.
And then you don't see the person again.
Right. Well, I mean, when you were trying to wine and dine, right?
I'm done with that. I think I'm done with that type of deal.
Right. And the thing is, people have different standards. Everyone has like a different standard or a set. Like, that's not, like, you don't live by that.
I don't think anybody lives by this list. No one does.
It's what you and the other person agree upon. Be like, hey, I like Olive Garden. Do you like Olive Garden? Let's eat at Olive Garden.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
I don't get it. So, all right. You got after Olive Garden, at the movies, your house. Why would you want to meet up at your house? Like,
I think that's there for, like, the people who are just trying to have, like, a one-night stand.
Yeah.
That's really all that's the only reason why that's on the list, right?
Yeah.
It's like, oh, that's not a good first date. Well, obviously, it's because it's not a first date at all.
Because I would never want to do that.
Yeah.
I would never do. Even if I knew that person, I was like, "This is our first official date," though.
Yeah,
I still wouldn't want to do that because I don't feel comfortable doing that to a lady.
Yeah.
So I would never do that. All right. So next one, number 8, any fast food chain.
I kind of get that.
Yeah, of course. Like McDonald's, really?
Yeah.
Burger King,
right.
Like, come on.
No. Yeah,
unless that's what she wants.
That's true. It's an agreed upon.
It's
thing.
an agreed upon thing. Unless so it's like, hey, it is what it is.
But I kind of do understand.
But yeah, of course, we both understand that. So number 9 is Buffalo Wild Wings. Number 10, Wingstop. I mean, Buffalo Wild Wings is another Midwest place that people go to on dates.
They just hating on wings.
Yeah, Buffalo Wild Wings is another because you got sports,
and
it has a very outer structure, so everyone is very chill.
Yeah.
So yeah, in Midwest, Buffalo Wild Wings is very popular up there for first time dates. Number 11 was Red Lobster.
What?
Yeah.
That's higher end.
They are higher end. Now, I'm not trying to sound bougie, but I think I have kind of graduated beyond Red Lobster in my opinion. I wouldn't mind going back.
Right.
But I don't know. But I probably wouldn't mind taking a date there. I changed it a little bit. All right. So after that, we got a buffet.
I kind of get that too.
Yeah. Yeah. Like Golden Corral.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No.
That's not taking it. I don't think that's agreed upon situation for anybody.
Yeah. Buffets have definitely gone down.
That's
also,
that's not even agreed. Yeah, since COVID, that's not even agreed thing between me and you.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, even I wouldn't want to do that. Like, don't take me there, Jacob. Please don't. All right, then we got IHOP and Denny's is 13 and 14. We got the gym at 15, which I guess, I mean, what if both of you guys work out? And that's how you guys met.
Right.
I see nothing wrong with that. Church.
It's a long list.
Yeah, it's about 28 things. So you got the church. I'm like, yeah, I guess. Whatever. I don't see nothing wrong with that. Starbucks, coffee dates, 17 and 18.
Coffee dates are nice dates. Those are...
Coffee shops?
Yeah.
Come on, what's wrong with that?
Those are the get-to-know-you dates.
Yeah, those are really good.
Yeah.
Then you got family functions. I get that.
Oh, yeah, I get that.
Yeah. I don't need nobody's like, hey, isn't that the last girl you was with? I was like, no, shut up.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I get that one. Movie night, which is pretty much Netflix and chill at home.
Yeah.
So, I don't like that idea. Somewhere that requires a long drive. Number 22, that's a little scary.
Yeah, I get
creepy.
that. I get that.
Bowling, I don't see nothing wrong with bowling. Whatever. Nightclubs, I get that.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't like nightclubs like that. Hookah bar, I'm sorry.
Hookah bar.
Yeah.
That's a weird one.
I have seen people go to hookah bars before.
I mean, I've known of hookah bars or whatever, but like as a date environment or early date.
Maybe not.
Early
Maybe
date.
not. Yeah, early date.
Yeah.
All right. So then after that, you got a bar for just drinks. That's Midwest thing. Waffle House.
I don't even go to Waffle House.
I don't even go to Waffle House, so I wouldn't expect for you to take a date to Waffle House.
Waffle Houses are very nice bathrooms that sell food.
There you go. Pretty much. And then the last one, number 28, sports events. Yeah, that makes sense because you might not be in sports events.
Yeah, you're also locked in with that person for like, what, 4 or 5 hours?
Pretty much. Basically,
that makes sense. That's
like you said, this list is all built on propaganda. No one knows who all these women that make these lists on Facebook.
Yeah.
We could have been, very well could have been a guy.
Yeah.
So we will never know who all these women that make these lists. Right. Like you said, wherever you go on the first date, it should be agreed upon.
Yeah.
Simple as that. And from what you said, when you guys went on your first date, it was agreed upon.
Yeah.
She lived in Humble. Mm-hmm. You guys went to the movie. So that was the only time. It was 3 hours long. It makes sense.
Yeah.
It just makes freaking sense.
Yeah.
So it's just like, I just don't understand it. I just, hopefully this debate will be over by the end of this week. So, because I'm tired of it already. Have you ever seen like these, because on Facebook they do be having these debates, and they give you like a list of stuff like that. It's not just specific to dates. It could be anything.
I see them, but I just kind of ignore them.
You ignore them too?
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's all a matter of opinion, and like everyone's opinion on the internet is always just bad anyway. Yeah. So just do what you do.
I'm starting to kind of feel no one should have an opinion, but it's a story for another day.
What?
I'm starting to feel like a lot of people shouldn't have opinions anymore.
They really shouldn't.
I know you're supposed to, it's your right to have an opinion, but I'm like, I just feel like you don't really need to have an opinion.
Also, you shouldn't take the word of podcasters.
Yeah.
Too many people believe like podcasts for at face value.
Yep.
Just because you have a microphone in front of your face and a camera or whatever doesn't make you an expert on a
subject. It does not at all.
Even us.
People, but we've never claimed to be experts.
That is true.
We just said, look, we can be giving you authentic selves. We talk over ourselves, well, individually anyway, and we are who we are. We're getting better each and every day. So, we're not experts on dating life or none of that stuff.
No.
We're just giving you an opinion on how it's done.
Yeah, exactly. Netflix is doing a Squid Game show. It's not really a huge bit of news because I think it's been known for like a year or so that they've been developing this. Yeah. And I honestly, I'm going to take this segment to just crap on Netflix for thinking this is a good idea.
Of course.
Because, Squid Games, if you don't know, is a show about people who are broke, who are put in life and death situations, mostly death situations, really, for money. It's a competition, and you just have to survive to the end of it to get like $456 million or whatever. You can pay off your debts, blah, 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 blah.
Trash money, by the way.
Yeah. People end up dying, obviously, because the whole game is like, you're so many people are supposed to die each round. It's a horrible concept. It's a good show.
Yeah.
But it's a horrible concept, and it's supposed to be a commentary on capitalism, I believe. Or not that I believe. I saw something that explained it.
Yeah, you're right.
But yeah, it's supposed to be like a commentary on capitalism and how like extreme it can get. Obviously,
it can be.
Yeah. Obviously, it's not to that level yet. However, Netflix saw the boost in views they got from this, and not only greenlit a season 2, which I feel like is unnecessary, but also greenlit a game show where they brought in 456 contestants to do the Squid Games. And I feel like when you have a show that's based on people who are desperate for money doing a competition, you shouldn't turn around and make it a competition for people to win money off of.
ABC type TV show.
Yeah, like you were literally missing the point.
Yeah, you missed. It's supposed to be a commentary. A movie. The show's supposed to be a commentary type show, and now you're making it out to be like a comedy show.
You're right, and like I get, like you want to capitalize
off the hype of it because it was really big when it came out.
It was really big, and you know what's funny? It was big here in South Korea where it came from. Nobody watched it.
Of course,
nobody watched it over there. But when it came over here, everyone was like, "We love this."
That's how it is. America always pumps up things 10 times more than other countries do.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't surprise me.
So, I mean, that's just my thoughts on it. I just think it's stupid for.
So
Netflix
how's it going to work? You think?
I have no idea. I mean, obviously they're gonna play the games, but I guess there's gonna be sets of rules.
Because you can't kill somebody.
You can't kill somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe
you could. Like, hey, we kind of you kind of got my attention.
This could be the start of a whole new era of the world.
Don't tempt me now.
I hope not.
I hope not either. I'm just kidding. I don't want nobody dead.
But it's stupid. Netflix. It's a stupid decision.
When is it coming out?
I don't even know. I think November 22nd is the date that pops up in my head.
Oh, so that's pretty recent.
Yeah, it's coming soon.
It's coming soon.
Yeah, it's coming real soon.
I'm gonna have to watch it. I never watched Squid Games because I just when the hype is so real, I just like, okay, it can't be the best thing since sliced bread.
No, I mean, it's an interesting show.
Yeah.
Interesting concept, interesting show. Yeah, November 22nd, 2023.
I'm definitely going to watch that.
It's definitely an interesting concept for the actual show. But as far as making a game show out of it, I think it's just poor taste. It's poor taste and missing the point.
I get where you're coming from.
And Netflix is the people who made it. Like, you missed the own point that you made.
Well, I'm not surprised. Netflix is doing a lot of stuff lately. They're going up on charges with the ad. I think it will be $25, $30 now. I'm like, God, dog. I remember back in the day when it was how much was it? $10?
It was like $10. Yeah, which I think we talked about it in a previous episode, but it kind of makes sense for them to charge a little bit more because they're producing higher end
shows, and movies.
But you are right; people are going to get tired of it. Mm-hmm. So it's a give and take.
They're putting ads in there too now.
They're putting the ads in there for the lower tier things. Yep. And people don't like that, but it's like, well,
I can sit through it. I'm fine. I'll sit through it.
If you pay for it and you get ads, I think it is a little messed up.
Yeah,
I don't think you
should
pay for something and have to see the ads. But that's a different conversation for another day. So that's my take on Squid Games. I have an update for Chucky. I mentioned in the last episode that I started watching Chucky.
Chucky's in the White House.
Chucky's in the White House. He's doing press secretary stuff for the president.
Man. Is he like Trump stuff or is he like?
No, the president in the show is an independent.
Oh, okay.
It's an independent.
JFK.
Yeah, pretty much. He's an independent and he's running on complete transparency. So he's upfront about everything.
Transparency. I'm doing air quotes.
Politicians.
Oh, okay, air
quotes.
I
mean, he's got secrets, but they're not. I mean, he's trying to be a good president. The latest episode that came out that I've seen is you find out why Chucky's in the White House.
Yeah, because I definitely know this. Like, just go ahead and spoil it for me. I need to find this out.
Hang on, I gotta play something.
Okay, cool.
I gotta play our spoiler alert.
Alert! Alert! Alert!
That's our spoiler alert.
Oh, I like that. We're gonna use that all the time for spoilers.
Yeah.
I like that.
So he's in the White House and you haven't seen any of it, right?
I haven't seen nothing, but you can spoil it.
Okay, so in the second season, they're in a church, right? They're in a Catholic school. Chucky's going after the main three kids. They're in a Catholic school. At some point, they exorcise Chucky, which I think is... I thought that was great when they did that.
Didn't they do that before, right?
No.
They never done that.
They actually haven't done that before, but they exorcised him, and, I mean, obviously it didn't work. He got away, because there's multiple dolls and voodoo, but... They exercised him last season, and in this season, he's noticing he's aging again. Because at some point, he figured out how to be in the body of the doll without actually turning human.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So now he's discovering that he's aging again, and it's funny, because he goes to see a voodoo doctor. There's a voodoo doctor in the world. I don't know, it's so silly, but it's kind of funny. So he goes to see a voodoo doctor, and the voodoo doctor is like, oh, you're infected with Christianity. That's why. Oh,
so that's what it is, huh?
Yeah, all right. Yeah. So Damballa, the voodoo guy,
the voodoo god doctor,
just turned his back on Chucky, and he's like, "You need to get into Damballa's good graces again, and by doing so, you have to kill people in the most evil place possible, or whatever." So they do a bit where he's hanging out with his little girl. He's managed to convince his little girl to join him. She's one of the character's sister.
Oh, okay. That would make a lot of sense.
Yeah, so he's hanging out with her, but she's like all for what Chucky does. Like they're like a weird little team, and it's not like a Andy situation. Like she's legitimately like wanting to.
So
learn.
she's just walking down the street with a little doll.
Yeah,
everything's okay, huh?
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
But anyway, so him, and the little girl go to Amityville, the house from Amityville. It's like an Amityville Easter egg, and there's like a house party going on.
They actually threw that in there.
Yeah. And, the little girl's like, why are we here, Chucky? And Chucky's like, this is like the most evil place,
Which is kind of true, right?
A little bit. He made a joke. It's like, it's a Dutch colonial. All Dutch colonials are evil. And then he mentioned like a couple other horror franchises that happen to use the house. And he's like, but this is the biggest one. Like there's been all kinds of murders here over the years, Amityville stuff. And so they go in there. He kills everybody in the party, which doesn't really make sense. Cause
how is he able?
Right?
Shouldn't have said that. Sorry. We're gonna make sure you fix that.
I will.
Please. But how is this guy that's so small is able to do that much killing?
I don't know. After because they show the scene where they go in, they knock on the door, and then they flip to the next scene. Bodies, body parts, blood everywhere.
So he's just jumping from person to person.
I suppose. I don't. You're right.
That's basically what he's doing.
But there's like 8 people. He's got to kill 6 of them. So he kill. I think he kills all 8 because I don't think the little girl killed anybody yet. So he kills them. He does the voodoo thing. Not working.
Oh my God.
And so Chucky then decides that the White House is the most evil place on earth because the people who in those walls that made decisions cost millions of lives.
Which is true.
And yeah. So it's kind of funny.
So he does. Chucky goes on like a political rant or something.
No. Make America great again.
Yeah, like he goes on a whole political rant with Chucky with a knife in the air.
No, he tells the girl, he's like, oh, this is where we need to do it at because this is the most evil place. Blah 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 blah. It's kind of like it's a good political commentary.
It is. Yeah.
It's very good. And so he leaves the little girl in a hotel room so he can infiltrate the White House. And he's been like in the show, he's been killing like Secret Service people. Like I think he's killed 1 Secret Service person, 1 other lady, and then like some other lady. He's trying to kill 6 people.
So the most important people to protect the president
is getting killed
by a dog.
It's so stupid. It's stupid and silly, but I don't know, man. It's just it's a fun ride.
So he just got past all these Secret Service men, the most important place.
Yeah. Well, they show him because he makes friends with the president's youngest son, and he does it in a messed up way. So they just recently lost one of their own sons. Like they were at a funeral. Chucky plops down like he does, doll mode, and then instead of calling himself Chucky, he calls himself the name of the dead son or the dead brother to the little boy that picks him up.
It played on him.
So now the little boy thinks it's like that kid in a doll body or whatever. So that's how he gets in, and they scan him, right? Because they get to the White House and they get to run through the scanner because obviously you're not just gonna bring a random toy.
Yeah, random toy through the scanner.
So they put him through the scanner, and like you can see the X-ray, and there's like the skeleton of Chucky.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, and the Secret Service dude is like, wow, they make them realistic these days. Like, not thinking it's weird that a whole doll has a skeleton.
It's like, oh, that's funny. Slide him on through.
Pretty much.
Have a nice day.
Pretty much.
That's
and,
so stupid.
And so, yeah, that's how he gets in the White House. And that's why he's in the White House. And at least they explained it. I'm glad they explained it.
I'm glad they explained this too now.
Because I'm just like, what are we doing?
Because now that you said that, then my other coworker, Gabe, when he said, it all makes sense once you watch it.
Yeah.
Now that you explained it, they're like, okay, well, that makes a lot of sense now. He needs some souls to kill, stuff like that. Okay, all right.
And I really hope this has an ending. Maybe not. This season, I don't know. I think Don Mancini says he only wants to do 3 seasons, and then maybe like another movie or something.
I don't want to see another movie, Chucky.
If it ends him, I'm cool with it. Or maybe maybe make it more grounded and horrific, and just have Andy come back and Andy fight Chucky.
Well, he tried that with the last one with Mark Hamill. Well, did he do that one?
He did not do that. No, that's a controversial one. So what happened with that Child's Play is Universal still had the rights to Child's Play.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think the name or something. I don't know. They had rights to use it. Even though Don Mancini's doing his own thing with it, they decided they wanted to reboot Child's Play. And Don Mancini was like, wait a minute, I'm still making the Chucky movies. And they're like, well, we're gonna do it anyway. And they didn't ask Don Mancini to be a part of it. They didn't ask any of the original people to be a part of it until like last minute, I think. And then they were like, no, we're not coming back.
So that's why he looks so different.
Yeah, it's not meant to be connected to anything. Yeah, I mean, on its own, it's not a bad movie.
I like the movie.
No, it's not a bad movie.
The concept was good too. It's like an android.
Yeah, it's a good updated version of it. It's just the way the production went about it is really messed up to
it always
the original
sucks.
creators.
Yeah, it always sucks when you don't have the original person.
Yeah.
And that's how it was with Ghostbusters. We don't have the person of the original IP in it. Then you just make anything that you want to.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah, I see what you're saying. I don't think them. So, they probably won't continue this one, I'm assuming. The one.
I mean, the Child's Play one?
Yeah, the one. Yeah, Child's Play one.
Nah. I didn't do that. Not until Don Mancini's officially done with Chucky, I'm sure. Because I'm sure they're going to try to reboot him at some point. Cause
I really like that one.
It wasn't bad. Yeah. I'll agree with you. It was not a bad movie.
Yeah, I really had fun with that one. It had some funny moments in that one.
It did. It was. We could do a whole nother episode on that, but
Yeah.
anyway,
Review that one day.
yeah. Alright, so Spider-Man's been out. Been playing it for a couple weeks. So I mentioned I like playing it when Khadija's home. Because one, she likes watching me play the game. And two, I love her commentary.
She's a backseat driver, isn't she?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's just every time I fight somebody, she's just like, you just killed that man. You just killed that man.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay. See, I thought it was one of the both.
No, because the things you do as Spider-Man just are murder.
Really?
I mean, they're not murder. Like, they're...
Accidental
You
murder.
knock them out.
Yeah.
Or whatever. But, like, I don't know, some of the moves, some of the ways you hit these people, Miles has electric powers. He literally has an ability where he can, like, thunder teleport like Thor and punch you in the face.
So is it like a duel type game where you play half Miles and half Peter?
So that leads to my other point, right? Is it's mostly story-wise at this point, how far I've gotten, it's mostly a Peter game.
Okay.
There are missions where like you switch off between the two, and the game makes you switch off. Like in the mission, if it's a story mission or whatever,
Right.
it kind of makes you switch. But story-wise, it feels very much Peter-centric, and it feels like Miles gets sidelined in the story. Cause
That's kind of how I felt when I saw it.
Right, because there's literally scenes or like in between missions where Miles calls Peter up and he's like, "Hey, Pete, like we gotta like, can you
Stop
let me
this
do this
person,
or whatever?" Blah blah blah. And Peter's like, "No, you should focus on this," because part of the story is Miles is like trying to write like an entry paper to get into a ESU or something like that. And so he'll call Peter up, and then Peter's like, "No, you need to focus on this." And then Peter's like off doing Spider-Man stuff, and Miles has more Spider-Man stuff to do in the side stories, I'm finding. And I don't know, Khadija doesn't like it because she likes Miles more, obviously.
I think a lot of people do.
A lot of people do. Miles
Ever since the
Miles
movie.
has rose to the ranks.
Yeah, he's rose through the ranks.
I mean, he was popular before the movies, but like the movies really picked it up.
Yeah, it really picked it up for him.
So, and I understand that because Miles is a fun character to play. He's got zappy powers.
Well, the trailer also doesn't show a lot more of Miles.
The trailer makes it seem like it's more balanced than the story in the game so far. Like I thought, like most of the missions would be like them two working together.
That's what I thought. I thought it was gonna be like. Well, I thought most of it was gonna be Miles. I ain't gonna lie.
Did you?
Yeah, I thought.
I thought it was gonna be more balanced, and I for sure thought it was gonna be more of like, okay, you have a Peter mission, you have a Miles mission, you have a Peter mission, you have a Miles mission, and it's kind of like that. But it feels really Peter focused. But also, I'm in the first half of the game, and it's following the symbiote story.
Oh, okay.
So I'm thinking maybe the back half of the game will feature Miles a lot more.
Which would be cool, too.
It would be cool. But right now, it's mostly like Peter and the symbiote, and that's fine. I mean, it does kind of make sense why it would focus on Peter more, because, again, you're doing the symbiote storyline, so like you have to do the whole thing, Peter in the black suit. And I'm at the point now where the suit's starting to like really take over. So it is getting interesting.
I got some thoughts on that one, because I saw quite a lot of it on gameplay YouTube.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, Jacob hadn't seen this yet, has he? All right.
Well, I've seen bits and pieces of what's to come.
Yeah.
And I'm interested to see how that fits in the story.
I saw some reviews.
Yeah.
They said it was pretty good. A lot of people think it's probably one of the best Spider-Man games ever.
Yeah, that's what I've heard. I mean, it's fun. It's a great, fun game. Like, the traveling is so much better. They give you web wings, so you can basically fly around the city. Because there's like wind tunnels you can get picked up in. And if you can do it right, you can literally fly all around the city.
Oh, okay.
It's fun. It's really great. And then, like, the updated moves that you can use, like, you get symbiote powers, and then Peter also has, like, the little 4 tentacle things. Not the tentacles, but the spider legs, the robot spider legs. He's got those. And the gameplay's fun. The story's good. It's just, my opinion is it just feels like Miles is a little sidelined right now.
Well, okay, this is another next question I was going to ask. Is both of these games, and I know you halfway in this game already, are they better than the MCU movies or the movies that we've been getting with Spider-Man?
For sure.
Really?
Yeah. Way better.
Wow, okay.
Yeah, just way better. No, it's a Spider-Man story. It's classic Spider-Man film.
So it's kind of up there with the Tobey Maguire movies, basically.
I'd say it's better than the Tobey Maguire.
Oh, it's better than those
movies.
two. Okay.
Yeah, but they're real good. The stories are real good. They're Spider-Man at the core. It's not, I mean, this is also a Spider-Man that's like, we're not playing a young new.
He's in college already.
He's out of college.
Yeah, okay, yeah, he's out of college.
In this game, he starts.
Yeah, he's a teacher. Yeah,
yeah,
I saw that.
So, it's not. I want to compare it to Arkham Knight.
Yeah, which I did. I did love Arkham Knight.
Yeah, Arkham Knight was really good, but Arkham Knight again, was like at the end of Batman's career. This feels like it's towards the end of Spider-Man's career.
Okay.
I feel like they're probably going to do a third one, so I don't know if Peter's going to be involved in the third one as much, but it definitely feels they feel similar in that way. Yeah. And I will say, compared to Arkham Knight or the Batman games, like the way the villains are treated, the villains in this game specifically have some redeeming storylines.
Okay.
There's some redeeming going on. There's some comeuppance. So
they not just throw it out there like, hey, they go Joker, they go Bane, they go Scarecrow, they go Poison Ivy. They just throw them out there because it's Rose Gallery.
Yeah, you don't just beat them up again and they go to prison or whatever, and you're like, all right, cool, see you in the next game.
They add something substantial to the story.
There's something, and some of them are side stories. Like Sandman has a really great side quest, so that's good. That's all great. It's just my only complaint is like I feel like Miles gets sidelined.
Okay,
that's really it. But again, I'm halfway through the game, so
does Miles match up with the Spider-Verse movies? Kind of, do he has that same type of personality? Because I really like Spider-Verse.
I think
Miles
so.
Morales.
I think they're trying to have Miles kind of be the same across the board. Not in a bad way, but just like, if you like him in Spider-Verse, you're probably going to like him in this game too.
I love them in Spider-Verse.
Because they're similar. They're like, and honestly, the voice acting is similar. And I haven't looked it up. I don't know if it's the same voice actor or not. It could be. But, I mean, they're obviously not the same character, but they do feel the same.
Okay.
Like personality-wise, I think. So. Okay.
I'm sorry to have bombarded you with all these questions here, but
no, you're good.
I'm curious to know my own self. Because I know you're adamant. I know you've been waiting for this game to come out.
Oh, I've been waiting.
It's
since
just like
I played the first
else.
one. Yeah, no, it's great. I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's just, we feel like, my wife and I feel like Miles is getting sidelined. And I, like, when she's home, I do try to play as Miles more when I can.
Yeah.
But, I do like playing as Peter because he's got the symbiote.
That sounds pretty dope.
You get the tentacles and you get, like, different abilities with that. There's a point in the game where you fight the lizard. I mean, with Peter. But, like, that fight was
intense.
It was intense. It was a good fight. If you have a chance, go look that one up.
I will.
It's great.
Well, now I'm watching it as if I'm watching a show.
Yeah.
So I cut it up in parts. Like Sandman, I'm done with that part.
Mm-hmm.
So next I'm finna move on to the next one.
Yeah.
So I like how I'm doing it. It's pretty good, man. From what I've seen, the hype is apparently real.
No,
could win for best video game of the year, possibly.
Right. I think that's what a lot of people are hoping for.
Yeah.
So, but that's it. That's all I got for Spider-Man. I think that's it, huh?
That's it, man. I think that's all I got for today.
Yeah,
it's been kind of a slow week so far.
It has been. We've been recovering from Halloween.
Yep.
So
had a good special with that.
Oh yeah.
Reviewed Tales from the Hood.
Yeah. If you haven't had a chance, you should go back and listen to that. Even if it's not Halloween, go listen to our Halloween show.
Yeah, we listen to it anytime.
It is the best thing we've done so far.
I think so.
And not the best thing we will do, but so far. The best.
Keyword.
The keyword, yes.
Yep.
So, before we go, I do want to mention that on every episode when we put one out, we have a Q&A section in our podcast page. There's lawn mowing in the background. So
yeah, I know, right?
If that bothers you, I'm sorry.
Yep. That's how it is. That's how it is when we doing podcasting.
Just go yell at them.
You know what? I used to get so upset when I watch podcasts and I can hear like dogs and stuff in the back. I get it now.
Look, I get it. Look where you are now.
Yeah.
On the other side of that.
Yep.
But so anyway, every episode we ask a question. I'm just gonna pull one up randomly here because we've had some responses, James. Actually.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Finally.
Yeah. We pull one up.
I can't wait for this one.
So remember our episode with the bullet train?
Yes.
So our question for that episode was, if you could host a wrestling match, where would you host one at? And someone replied, at the base of an active volcano.
Boy, that would be crazy.
Right?
It'd be so hot.
Right? As it's going off, like you have to win the match before the lava hits you.
That's like a death match.
I know.
That's like Squid Games times 2.
Right? That's like Squid
wrestling.
wrestling.
Squid wrestling. I like that. Squid wrestling.
But yeah, that was so somebody actually did reply. It's always nice. Thank you for replying, whoever you are.
Yeah, appreciate that.
They did it anonymously, so I can't really see.
That's fine. That's fine. You know, hey, as long as the questions we get.
Yeah.
We want more of them.
Exactly. A bit of audience participation is always nice.
Yeah, it's always nice.
Yeah. So that's it. That's all I got. You can follow us on Instagram at On The Go with Jacob and James on Instagram, of course. And you can find James.
James9794.
And you can find me at jacobdantone.audio on Instagram. And don't forget, we also have an email that's onthegopod2023@gmail.com if you want to shoot us an email with maybe a story, topic, questions, comments, concerns, whatever. Shoot us an email there. We'll try to read it on air, or I guess respond to you, or whatever it is we need to do. So I'm on the go. You're on the go.
We're all on the go.
We're on the go. Bye.
Take it easy.